Hey, welcome to the ninth episode of Kicking It with Coach. I have my special guest, Carter Venancio. Carter is a student athlete at UNC Wilmington. I coached Carter for 3 years at Mountain Island Charter Track and Field. How you doing, Carter?
I'm doing pretty good. Just living out here in Wilmington, trying to ride out this virus. It's crazy where we're living in right now. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Just focusing on school, doing a little running. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. One question I want to get into is how's your GPA? What's some things you got going on right now?
My GPA currently is a 3.74, which is pretty good considering I struggled my freshman year just trying to get back into the groove of it and trying to get used to the whole going from high school to college. Um, but I'm studying exercise science here at UNCW, and it's been tough, but it's been very interesting and very rewarding. I've learned a lot of stuff about the human body and just how exercise impacts different physiological factors in the body. But I have had a few academic achievements. I've made dean's lists the past 3 semesters, I believe, which is pretty much maintaining a 3.5 GPA for that semester. And I've also made the all academic team for the CAA conference all the years I've ran.
Man, that's clutch. That is clutch, Carter. Um, any advice that you have for any student athletes looking to be where you're at right now?
I would personally just say, just work hard in high school, listen to your coaches, listen to your teachers, and they know a lot about what colleges look for on the academic side and also the athletic side. Because I know it is overwhelming at first trying to look into schools, applying to college. It's a big process and it's very stressful. So if you listen to teachers like Ms. Stallings, shout out Ms. Stallings, you're great. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. And then also coaches like you and Coach Sauzier. I know he's not there anymore, but Coach Sauzier helped me a lot. He went to UNCW as well. So yeah, just listen to your teachers and your coaches. They know what's up. They're smart.
For sure. What was the biggest transition between high school and college?
Biggest transition for me was probably time management because going in high school, I had a lot on my plate, but I had my mom there. I lived at home. I had everything provided for me, everything set up for me. She'd remind me to do my homework, do your homework, do this, do that. And I got to college and I just had my roommate, actually call him Paget, but I was forced to do everything on my own and just provide for myself. And doing that on top of actually, going to practice and doing all the other things that student athletes have to do, like the meetings and the dinners and all that stuff. It's just hard to, balance your homework, your tests, studying. And so that was very hard for me. So I usually I had to get a planner just to write out everything I had to do and just, I need to do this today, do this tomorrow, get this done by this weekend. So I could just get everything done by the due dates. But also it was just the intensity of the, I guess, work with track and cross country. Like going from a 1A school, which we're at the bottom of the divisions, it's just going from that to the college level was a huge jump, especially in pertaining to cross country mileage. I go from running maybe 20, 30 miles a week to running 70, 80 miles a week. So that's probably what led to my injuries. I had 2 stress fractures my freshman and sophomore year, and a bunch of other small injuries, but just that the volume of the work is just so different in high school than it is to college. But you get used to it eventually. It just takes a process. You have to build up to it, and then eventually you'll just start seeing improvement, a lot of improvement.
For sure. And you always prided yourself on taking your academics as well as your athletics serious because you had that rare combination of just extremely hard worker, right? You're 5'8", 150, not classic Division I athlete profile, right? But you was a extremely hard worker. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk anything about how how important it is to take your academics and your athletics serious in high school?
It's so critical to take your academics seriously because without those, I mean, you can't even get into college. You have to be, academic. You have to be smart and also balance athletics. Athletics are very important. You have to be good at the sport you do to play at the next level, but also you need to focus on your career because, most likely you're not going to go pro. You may be super good at the whatever sport you play, but you need a fallback plan in case it doesn't work. And that's why you get your degree in whatever you want to study. So definitely focus on getting, if you can, all A's in high school. I know it's hard, going from, freshman year. I was a little slack, but I eventually got myself together and made pretty good grades in high school. So that's paid off.
For sure. And one thing that I always talk with ninth graders about is jumping right in to ninth grade. You're transitioning from eighth grade to ninth grade. Jump right in, because those grades that you get in ninth, it's not like you have a free pass year or something. Ninth grade is a very important year. Do you want to talk anything about how important it is to take your grades serious in ninth grade?
Yeah. So me personally, I've been at my CS since the start in the church. So I've had the same friends all throughout, I think it was like 6th or 7th grade all the way up until I graduated. But I know it's hard coming into a new school. I know some people are in that same situation where you have new friends in ninth grade. And I know it's so overwhelming. Just, oh, I'm a high schooler now. This is really strange. The work's going to be harder. It's going to be so much more work. Everyone's going to be mean. There's a lot of stereotypes about high school. And honestly, it's just, you just need to focus on getting your grades right, and you can have fun as well, but just make sure you get your schoolwork done, because you can't go back once say if you fail a class, you get like a D or a C, you can't go back to that. It's just on your your transcript forever. So definitely just study, do your homework, and you'll be just fine. Promise you.
How did your high school experience shape your college experience?
It shaped mine significantly. So I had the same group of friends all throughout, 9th through 12th grade, and we did everything together. We studied together, we hung out together on the weekends, we played sports. So having those friends, it just made me feel like a family at MICS. Usually since we're a smaller school, we don't have huge student population. So come back to like Huff High School, you wouldn't have the same group of friends because there's just so many people there. Like my graduating class was 99 people. So I knew every single person in my class. Just having that special bond with everyone was just super nice. And that's why I kind of chose UNC Wilmington, because it's not too big of a school, but it's also not too small. It's like right in the middle. So I kind of fit in, I see all my friends walking down Chancellor's, I still see Colin Paget walk around campus, Brandon Flom too. And it's just super nice to just kind of have a smaller school environment. And that's what I got from MICS.
For sure. Any advice for student athletes looking to be where you're at right now?
I would just say, just work hard and trust the process. And it takes time to go from starting ninth grade in high school and just working, playing 4 years of sports in high school, and then graduating to college. You'll have your ups and downs, but you just got to trust the process and just work hard. Listen to your coaches. They know what they're doing. So, I know it can be frustrating at times. I've had my bad days on the track or on the course or the field, even playing soccer. I've had my bad days. But yeah, you just got to trust the process and listen to your coaches because they know what they're doing.
Do you want to talk anything about your plans for your senior year?
So senior year, so I'm currently taking a senior year off. I ran track and cross country my freshman, sophomore, and I ran cross country my junior year. This track season got kind of canceled because of the virus, but my senior year, my plans are to just finish out these last 2 semesters with all A's. I'm trying to get a 4.0. I'm trying to get my GPA up so I can be competitive in grad school applications. I'm applying to physical therapy school this coming fall. I'm applying to UNC. I'm applying to Wingate, school in Charleston, South Carolina, and then University of Miami. So I got to be super diligent about, keeping my grades up, studying for the GRE, and getting all my shadowing hours done so I can be competitive and hopefully get into, that program, because that would be so awesome. It's a doctorate program, so I'd be a doctor at the end of it, which is super exciting and a little bit scary. But yeah, those are my plans for senior year. Just finish out strong,
For sure. Dr. Venancio.
I know, it sounds good, doesn't it?
It sounds good. It does. I can't lie. It'll look good on a business card. just when you become that doctor, because I know you will, because anything you put your mind to, you typically accomplish it. I want to be one of the first people you hand that card to. I
I
can see it
appreciate
right
it.
now.
I appreciate it.
Before we get into the fun part, is there any things that I've helped shape in you in or impact your life in any kind of way?
Oh yeah, for sure. So, you know, I've been to school forever, and I've had so many different coaches. I mean, I played soccer all 4 years. I only ran track 1 year, surprisingly. And I ran cross country, I think, 2 years. You know, I had Coach Mamano for a coach back on sheep, coach cross country. But I know, especially for you, you're just so motivational to all your athletes, and you definitely care about them a lot. And that's a very important to have quality to have in a coach, because sometimes athletes get down on themselves about, you know, having a bad race, you know, missing a catch, you know, missing a tackle, or, you know, missing a goal, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, you're always, you know, you're fine, you're good, you know, get them next time. It's not the end of the world. It's just a game. It's just a play, you know. It is what it is. So that definitely means a lot to the athletes, because, you know, it's super stressful. You know, everyone's watching you. Your teammates are watching you. You know, you don't want to mess up, but, you know, it definitely helps a lot to be motivational and encouraging.
For sure. And we mentioned these two people before, and one person I want to shout out, you mentioned him earlier, and I want you to explain a little more details, is John Sauzier. John was one of the guys that helped start track at Mountain Island Charter, who's a cross country coach for years. Really great guy. Me and him partnered and built a program together, and that's just like a brother to me. Can you talk about how Coach Sauzier has impacted your life?
Yeah, for sure. So I came in I guess kind of late to the track. I mean, track and cross country scene, but I know he'd ran for a long time. He was a long distance runner. He's in the running club at UNCW, I believe. And yeah, when I got to the track team, I met him, and he was like, yeah, you know, when I applied to UNCW to go to school there, I might run. He was like, oh yeah, no, I went to school there. You know, it's a cool area. And we talked for a while, and he knows a lot about what he's doing. So that whole senior year of track, I learned a lot from him about just, you know, just how to train properly, and just how to, you know, just race properly. Because I had no idea what I was doing. That was my first year of track ever running. You know, I was like, do I run the mile? Do I run the 800? And I ended up running the 4x4, and I was like, whoa, that was it was fun, but I didn't expect myself to be that fast. But yeah, I just learned so much from him. And then I still check in every now and then. He texts me every now and then too. So yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Great guy, real deal. Again, salute to Coach Sauzier. I know some of the things that he taught you guys at distance, running the 800, running some longer distances, and some cross country stuff. It made you stronger when we moved you down and you had to compete in a 4x4. And I had Carson on yesterday. We didn't really get into it, but I remember looking for some 4x4 athletes, because that wasn't a relay team that we put a lot of emphasis on up until that point. So we had a 4x1, 4x2. John had a 4x8, right? So 4x4 kind of got lost in the mix a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So John, when we was coming up with this team, because Carson, you know, he could do everything. Carson qualified. You remember he qualified for regionals in the hurdles. It was like his first time doing it. But
He's a healthy athlete.
he came to me and said, Coach, I think we could put together a solid 4x4 team. I said, okay, who do you got in mind? And originally we thought a pre, but a pre was more of a shorter distance. So
Yeah.
we moved, and then AP was a ninth grader. And I said, okay, we got AP, we got two sprinters, we got AP, and we got Smooth. Okay, it's two sprinters. And without a question, didn't bat an eye, he said, Carter. And we put y'all guys together, and y'all killed it, and y'all end up medaling. I think y'all end up leaving with one of the highest places that we had, and I think y'all set the foundation for eventually our 4x4 relay team winning it last year. Because if you look at that same dynamic that we won the 4x4 with, AP was a freshman running with you guys. Y'all taught him how to work. And then I got a good balance where we grabbed Jacob Laughlin, which was someone that looked up to you. And I said, okay, we got Carter. Okay. So we end up getting Antico, which was a sprinter, which was the equivalent of Smooth. And then, it was hard to find a Carson, but we found the closest thing, which was Jaden Fisher, which he's a thinker, really put a lot into running that race, just like Carson did. And we put it together, and years later, it's a state championship. So I want to salute you guys because I think y'all set that foundation for that state championship.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I never thought in my head I'd be like, I'm gonna run the 400. The Carson was like, you're gonna run the 400, and I was like, 400. I run the mile. I don't know about that. And I ran that first time I ran. I think it was conference or regionals. I don't know where it was, but I didn't know how to pace myself. So I went out like too slow, and I was like, Carson was like, you gotta speed it up. I was like, whoa, I'm used to running the mile where you go out kind of slow, and you speed it up as you go. But that's just one lap. You gotta just haul butt. But yeah, that was a lot of fun being able to experience like states. I would never gone if it wasn't for the 4x4. I was close in the mile, but I would have got creamed at states. It was crazy, but it was a lot of fun just even to experience the crowd and the energy at states. It was so much fun. Definitely the highlight of my high school career.
I still remember your leg because I think I was right beside your mom. So you can imagine how this went, right?
Screaming, yeah, good guy.
Yeah, she great woman. Shout out to Lisa, and we'll talk a little bit about your mom here in a few. But I just remember you guys just determined because it was the last race. We was a little disappointed in a couple finishes. I think Carson finished second in the triple jump. CJ had finished like third in the long. It was a couple performances that the young men felt like I could have went harder or whatever, or we just missed it just by that much. And y'all put y'all off to that 4x4. So seeing y'all have a podium finish, that was like the equivalent of a state championship because we didn't put a lot into a 4x4 up into that point.
Exactly.
All right, Carter, I'm going to transition now. We're going to go to our fun portion where I'm going to show some videos and we're going to show some pictures. So you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. All right, Carter. This is our regionals 4x4 to get to the States. So AP right now, I'm pausing it. AP is bringing it in to you. I'm right here. See Coach Reese. So Murphy's up here, and AP's bringing it in.
All right. Yeah, this was the first time I ran, I believe.
Yep, that was the first time you ran it. Yeah. And I always thought you was a good compliment to Carson. Because if we got we just need to get Carson the baton, right?
Yeah.
That's all we needed to do. And this is pretty amazing for this to be your first time. Because again, a lot of people that don't run track, they don't realize how hard it is to actually drop down from a distance events, longer events to a shorter sprint, which you gave us the exact pace that we needed to. Because we knew if Carson could get a couple steps on the guy, we were straight. And see you picking it up here. See right there, you realize it's a different race, and you went and caught him. That's very impressive.
Yeah, nothing compares to the feeling after you finish 400. That's like you want to feel like you're dead.
And that's Carson running. I told this story to Carson. Well, he knew about the story, and it's kind of like a myth because I always tell his younger siblings this story, and I don't think they believed me when I first told them. That when we was at that finish line, Carson was saying it's time to show who the dominant male is. And he went and kicked that kid's butt. So that was real impressive. Anything about this clip you want to talk about?
I know after I finished that leg, I almost threw up. Cause I never ran, like I've ran hard, but like running a 400, like it's pretty much sprinting the whole lap. And I never felt that feeling before, like, all out for one lap. Like I couldn't feel my legs. Lactic acid was building up in them, and like I couldn't breathe. I wanted to throw up, and eventually I, regained consciousness. But like it was crazy. It's no different feeling than that.
All
It was
right.
a lot of fun.
I'm gonna get to my next clip here. All
Oh
right,
boy.
Carter. This is your official your profile. And I can tell you this. I got this thing about going to former athletes that played at Mountain Island, even kids I didn't coach. I like to see their profiles, see how they develop. So this is your sophomore year. So obviously I hadn't seen you in a long time. So I see this picture. I said, what a profile. Like you never, like your hair styled up. You got a little cut, got the little scrub going on there on your face. Can you talk about this picture in that moment?
Honestly, I thought my hair was really messed up. So I was trying to fix it last minute, and I don't know if I should unzip or zip up my jacket. So I was trying to decide that as well. But yeah, I just sat there and she just said smile, and I was like, all right. But yeah, that was sophomore year was a good improvement from freshman year for sure, especially in the times I ran. Freshman year was rough, but yeah, it was a good season sophomore year for sure.
And one thing I want to talk about, and I touched on it just a little bit, is that you put in the work. Like you don't have the ideal height, size, weight, but your determination was unmatched. Like your work ethic was something different. I remember talking with the UNC Wilmington coach. Me and Coach Sarzier had reached out, and I remember talking to him. He said, "Well, I'll give him a tryout, but I don't know." And I said, "If you give him a tryout, Carter's gonna make the team." And sure enough, you did. You made the
Yeah,
team.
it
And
was,
I remember telling the coach, I wanted to tell him I told you so, but that wasn't the right thing to say. But
yeah.
I already knew it. Me and your mom had talked about it, and it was just a matter of time. You just needed the opportunity.
You can see my times from freshman year, like the 8K, 30, 39, and then this junior year in cross country season, I ran 27:59. So I shaved, 4 minutes off my time in the 8K. And then the 1500, I didn't run that my freshman year, but I ran 4:14 in that, which is huge PR. I ran like 4:40 my sophomore year. No, my freshman year. And then my 2 mile time went to like 10:17 for a time trial, which was really good. But yeah, I've improved a lot since freshman year, so I'm pleased with my college athletic career. Had fun
Sure.
too. Made a lot of good friends.
Well, not a lot of students can say that they competed at a Division I level, right?
Yeah,
And little known fact, you not only competed in one Division I sport, you did two. You did cross country and you did track and field.
yeah, it was tough. I was always in season. You go from the summer, you train for cross country, fall is cross country, and you go to winter track, and then you go to outdoor track. So I'd be running all year round. So it was tough on my body, but it was a lot of fun.
No doubt. And your senior year, you end up getting male athlete of the year.
Oh
Which
yeah, sure. I forgot about that.
that moment,
Um, yeah, it was honestly surprising. This is high school, right? The high school senior
yeah,
year.
the high school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I was surprised because there's a lot of people that like played, multiple sports and did really well in them. I know I'd done soccer, and I didn't do cross country senior year, but I did do track. But I was really happy. It shocked me, but I was really proud of myself. I put in a lot of hard work to definitely deserve that award. Um, but yeah, it was good. It was awesome to receive that award.
Yeah, and we tallied up points because a lot of with track, everything is about how you score, how you place. You have scored a boatload of points. In addition to, like you said, your soccer, you playing soccer. I mean, it all came together, man. It was really big, and I'm proud of you for that. Now, do you want to talk about your hard work? What makes Carter grind?
Um, well, I am a hard worker, just at heart. I don't know, just in school and like in sports. And I'm also really competitive. I mean, believe it or not, I do want to win. In college it's tough. You get there and it's like you're at the bottom of the barrel. Like, everyone's gonna be better than you, and it's just how it is. You just gotta put that in the back of your head and make it like push you forward. Say I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna beat this person, and next year I'm gonna beat this person the next year. But really, it's just for me. A lot of it was just I really wanted to stay in shape. Like, I like being in shape, being fit, being able to just go out and run, say 5 or 6 miles, no problem, and just for fun, and just being able to, go lift weights and know what I'm doing. Like, I learned all that in high school too, but also like in college. We have like our own student athlete weight room where we taught all the proper form and all different kinds of, strength training workouts and all sorts of good stuff. But yeah, definitely just competitive, and I want to just be there for my teammates, especially in cross country. Like, that's a team sport. You all need to score, close together to be able to win. So definitely being able to work with them to make our team do well.
For sure. And that's an attribute that you got to just have. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes it can be developed, don't get me wrong, but it just seemed like yours was so natural. And it's you was willing to do the things that other people wouldn't do to get better. I mean, just like that, you knew, like, if you set a goal, you was gonna do it. And I remember you just hearing different conversations, because we would all be in infield, maybe at Bessemer City somewhere. And I used to always remember different athletes talking about, I need to reach this goal. I need to get this. I need to get this mark. I need to get that mark. And whenever you said you was gonna do something, you did it. And it even if it didn't happen that next meet, eventually you got there.
Yeah.
What does that feel like to be able to set a goal and work so hard and finally accomplish it?
Yeah, it's challenging, but once you get that goal, you accomplish that goal, there's no better feeling in the world. Like, you put in hard work, you worked for it, you put in time, for me, miles. I put in lots of miles, lots of hard workouts where I would just, want to literally die. But it all pays off in the end, and then just be able to, say, I ran this time, I placed this place. It's just so nice to be able to say that. It's very gratifying, for sure.
All right, good stuff, Carter. Well, we're gonna move to another part. We're gonna look at some pictures. You cool with that?
Sure. Oh Lord, there's gonna be some bad ones. I'm not a very pretty runner.
Let's do it.
Oh boy, all the way from childhood.
Yes, sir. We gotta talk about this picture, and talk a little bit about your brother. And I know y'all share a special bond, but what's up with this picture?
Honestly, I don't remember this picture. I was very young, but looks like I was pretty happy. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like our first house in Brownstone. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's my mom for that picture, probably.
I pulled it from your mom.
Yeah, that's a good picture. That
No
was
doubt.
that was my before moving freshman year. So yeah, they drove down and moved me in to my dorm freshman year. I was living with Colin Paget at the time, so that was cool too. But damn, that was a long time ago. Time
You-
flies in college. You got to enjoy it while you're there. I'm already about to be a senior.
No doubt. Do you want to talk about your mom and your brother or anything? What does family mean to you?
Well, family means everything to me. Right now it's just us three, my mom, my brother, and I, and it's been tough at times, but like we've all been pretty good and you know bonded and been able to just talk about things. So my mom is like, she's my rock. She does everything for me and my brother. At one point she had worked like 2 jobs just to give some extra money so we could get things we wanted, but and now we're doing fine. She still supports me if I need things, and yeah, she's awesome. She's a great mom. Wouldn't ask for another one.
And she's an amazing person, like as a coach. And I've had a luxury of having great parents just across the board. And your mom's, she was so supportive of us as coaches, because how she supported you. She was there anything that we needed, but she was also like one of your biggest, actually your biggest fan, the biggest fan, right?
Yeah,
And
she was.
and she
She
made
came
sure
to
you had
like,
everything.
yeah, she came to. I mean, I want to say she came to. If she come to all the meets in college, she would have, but some of them were just too far away. I mean, she's came to so many, cross country meets, track meets. I mean, she's driven hours just to come watch me run a 15-minute race or however long it may be. But yeah, she's awesome. She's definitely my biggest supporter. Especially if she was a runner too, so she shares that experience and being able to, give me some knowledge about, injuries or what to do if this happens, blah, 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 because she used to run. She was in college when she was younger.
I can imagine that was clutch. That was clutch. All right, we talked about you playing soccer. You have a soccer background. You want to talk about your soccer days?
Yeah, I miss soccer a bunch. I played all 4 years of high school, and so did Colin and a few of the kids on the team. But yeah, soccer was it was so much fun. It was just being able to go out in the field and just, work with your teammates, just try and win. And it was a lot of fun. I loved Coach Ted. He was a good coach. All these kids are good kids. And honestly, there's times where the team was co-ed at one point because we didn't have enough people. And then eventually we got together, and our last year we made it to, I think, playoffs, and we got to the second or third round, I believe. And that was really awesome. And as you can see, some of them were going to college. Like Mason's, playing soccer in college. Colin could have played soccer in college if he wanted to. He was amazing. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I miss soccer a bunch. I might try and, join club soccer maybe next year at the school.
For sure. And I just remember you and Colin just being like tight. Like I thought y'all was brothers or cousins at one point. Because everywhere I see you, I see Colin. You want to talk about that relationship?
Yeah, we were really good friends all throughout high school. And then, we decided to live together and both chose UNC Wilmington to go to college. And we decided to live together freshman year. And that was a bunch of fun, And to this day, I still hang out with them, every now and then, him and Brandon Flom too, because they're pretty good friends as well. So I'm still in touch with him. It's been a long ride. I've known him for so long, because he's at the school since the church days back in, I don't even know what year that was, but yeah, he's been there since the beginning as well.
Sure. Crazy. I had Mason on the other day, and they talked highly about their soccer days, especially Coach Ted. Coach Ted is Coach Ted, and he's a great guy. I'm lucky to have him as a friend. Good dude.
Good coach.
All right, this is
what
we got going on here, because is this like our first uniforms or something? Because I see Carson in the back. What is this? What are we doing here?
This was, I want to say it was freshman year, cross country. And this is the meet I PR'd at too, I think. I ran 18 something. But yeah, this was like the summer before this. I trained so hard. I was like, I'm gonna go to cross country, and I'm gonna try and get first at the meet. I was like, okay, that was my goal in mind. But this is when Miss Amano was coach, and she was a great coach, great teacher too. I do miss her a lot. I hope she's doing well if she watches this. But yeah, this was a good race. That's when me, Carson, and Colin all ran cross country these 2 years, and then there's also Sydney and Connor and some other kids too. But this was the start of how I started to love running. I used to just run for fun, just to stay in shape for soccer. And eventually, I just running, which, believe it or not, sounds terrible, but it was a lot of fun. This is where my love for running started.
Yeah, and see, it's a tradition at Mountain Island now, because some of our best runners are soccer athletes.
Yeah, that's how it goes usually. They go hand in hand. If you're good at soccer, if you can run, if you're do soccer and be good at that, you can also likely be good at cross country if you have that endurance.
All right, you want to talk about you and Carson relationship? I know y'all have a special bond, growing up together, same school. How's that relationship? And talk a little bit about this picture as well.
Yeah, this is very similar. The relationship is very similar to me and Collins. Me and Carson have been really good friends for a long time. He's also been at the school since the start of when I was in the church, and his mom was part of a lady who founded the school. And yeah, we've been really good friends. We've studied together. We've went on the lake together. I was in a lot of his classes once I got into the honors and the AP classes. So he's super smart, super intelligent, and super athletic, as you can tell. He can do basically any sport and be good at it. But yeah, this picture was a mud run. I don't know what year it was. exactly, but we said, yeah, we're just going to go run it for fun. And then we ended up starting racing, and I lost one of my shoes in the mud. And I was like, screw it. I'm just going to keep running. I don't want to let Carson beat me,
That's what I was
So,
about to ask you. I said, it looks like you're barefooted over here.
yeah, I lost one shoe, and I just decided to keep running. But I do regret that afterwards. I was in a lot of pain after that, but that was a fun race. I think I did that one more year. I came back and did it with Coach Sazi. I was there. But yeah, that was a crazy race.
We had a mud run before at Mountain Island. Was this at MICS?
No, this was at the Whitewater Center. They have like a Young Life mud run, or I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to do it every year, and we do it with did it once in the Samana and once with Coach Sazier maybe, or maybe it was twice. I don't remember who the coach was then, but we did it twice, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out and check on that and see if they're still doing it. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was for sure.
All right, we talked about the 4x4 team. This was a squad right here, and again, the one thing, if I can go back in time, is I wish we would have started in the beginning of the season, really going hard. And I think we had a 4x4 team, but it wasn't real competitive, and we had to find a competitive group. But I have no doubt if we would have started running earlier that you guys would have brought home that state championship. But y'all got a lot of hardware in the meantime, in between time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this picture brings back a lot of memories. But I hope you can also just see how much I've glowed up since freshman year. I was so freaking skinny. I muscled up a little bit, probably from soccer, honestly, and being in the weight room. But yeah, this was the race we first ran, the 4x4, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was crazy. I think I'd ran the mile earlier in the day, and then you guys came up to me like, yeah, we're on the 4x4, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And it eventually paid off. It was a lot of fun. I do miss all those guys. I hope they're all. I know Carson's doing well. I haven't talked to some move in a while, and I can see that Anthony's doing well in school and in track as well.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All the guys are doing well. All right, let's talk you and your brother relationship. How special was it to share this moment with your brother?
Yeah, it was crazy. Because he's also been to school for a long time. He's 3 years younger than me, although he looks like he's older than me. He's, even now he's like 6'2". He's towers over me. And he had hair down to his like chest, and recently he just shaved it all off. He buzz cut. So he looks so different now. Yeah, he said he wanted to change things up, but yeah, he's an awesome brother. He's super nice, super caring, and now he's going to college after he graduates this year, Brunswick Community College. It's kind of close to me in Wilmington, and I think he wants to do graphic design, something with the arts. So that's super exciting for him.
That's what's up. Make sure you tell your brother I say, hey, when you see him.
I will, for sure.
All right, I pull this one up. Just random. I remember that graduation being a special graduation because I felt like that class was real special. And obviously I was out there to support my daughter and my son that was graduating at that time. But being able to share this moment with you was special because I knew the hard work that you guys have put in. That class was a hard-working class. Like those last 3 months of graduation or last 3 months of your senior year, like y'all took full advantage of it. Like we even went to, where did we go for senior trip? It was Panama City?
Panama City, yeah.
Yep.
Florida.
So seeing that come full circle, that was real special. Y'all got a special group, and I've always said this, that y'all group would be one of the groups that I feel like that's going to uplift the Mountain Island Charter community and be those role models. And y'all have been for so many years. Like Carter, I don't think you realize how many kids that I give a Carter story to right now.
Really? I didn't know that. I was that popular.
Yes. I mean, because you grind. And it's not about being the biggest, the fastest, but you was our hardest worker. You worked hard. You and Carson just y'all empty the tank. And that's what I say now. Empty the tank. And you could talk with Jacob Laughlin. I give him that talk all the time because he's a phenomenal athlete. And I always tell him empty the tank. And I'm referencing you when I say empty the tank because that's what you did.
I've been keeping up with that kid on just the videos you post. Sometimes I go on what is it, the stats website for y'all's conference. I don't know what it's called, but
Mile split.
Mile split, yeah. But he's a fast kid. He's got talent. He needs to keep working. He can run college for sure. You know, probably wherever he wants to work. Run, not work.
For sure.
Well, this was freshman year. Dang. Yeah, this was when I was not prepared for cross country season. I was trying out originally just for track, and the coach was like, "Yeah, you're gonna run cross country too." And I was like, "Oh Lord." So in college they switched from 5Ks to 8Ks for guys, so they go up. But this particular race was a 6K. Just was his opener, but it's so tough. It's so competitive. All the guys are so fast, so talented. But this was just kind of like it was a shock for me, just a wake up call. Like I need to start grinding if I'm going to be able to be competitive with everyone else. And so that was kind of like a wake up moment for me. And eventually I came back next year a lot more fit and definitely improved my times a lot. Was able to keep up with the guys during workouts and during races. But yeah, this is one of the first pictures I've had in the NCAA uniform. So yeah.
For sure. And I see a little definition there. Like you both.
Yeah, I was a little too strong for cross country. That's what everyone was telling me. I said, "You look a little buff to be a cross country." And I was like, "Oh no, sorry, no." And then since then, I lost a lot of muscle mass. As you can see from this picture, I lost a little muscle mass. But this was last track season. Yeah, this was when I had my good season. This was sophomore year track season. I think this was at Winthrop, maybe. I don't remember, but yeah, this was a good race. I think I PR'd in my 1500, and my hair is crazy too. I was growing it out, and eventually I got in a mullet and a mustache for conference. At the end of the track season, a bunch of me and my friend, my roommate Evan, got mullets and for conference. So it was pretty iconic. It was fun.
You went mullet for conference.
Yeah, we did.
Billy Ray Cyrus. You know who Billy Ray Cyrus is, right?
It's coming back now. It's in the style.
Yeah, he made the mullet popular back in my day.
Yeah, girls like it too, believe it or not.
With the stash.
The stash is, my mom hates the stash. She told me, she hates the stash. Well, she hates both actually, but yeah, this is a really good picture. Like this is one of my favorite pictures from running track. These are all my my training group. We all run mid distance and distance. Yeah, on the right, that's my roommate Evan. He's from the Virgin Islands. Then we got John in the middle. Got Zeke, number five tag, and then Ryan with number 1. Yeah, we were super close friends. We all did all the workouts together, even race together sometimes. But yeah, these are my boys right here. This was a good meet. This was a home meet. It was a good meet. So I think I PR'd in this race as well in the 1500. Huge breakthrough. But yeah, this is a good picture. This is actually my Facebook. I think it's my Facebook background picture or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome meet. Awesome guys for sure.
And I remember your mom, because she used to keep me updated with a lot of stuff, like when you ran. And it seemed like every other week you was PRing. Like every other week. It was like you definitely PRing and you was reaching a height. And we couldn't be more prouder for you, Carter. I mean, you one of the hardest working. I know that's a theme I've been saying all through this Zoom, but I mean that. You one of the hardest working kids I know.
I appreciate it. That progress was definitely from, we got a new coach that year, Coach Brooks, and he was a hard coach. The workouts were like tough physically and mentally. Like they were so exhausting. And thanks to him, I was able to just see so much progress in, what I was able to achieve. But yeah, it was awesome.
Our last picture. I'm gonna tell you this. I was on Carson, I think I was on YouTube or your mom, and I was on Asian because
Yeah.
we was trying to figure out what meet all of you guys would meet up at. And we was excited, you know, just as I mean, as a father, obviously Asia's running, but as a coach, mainly because this was like the first time anybody ever went off to college for for track and field, and to have all you guys go off, I thought this was a magical picture. It's one of my favorites right here. It
Yeah.
illustrates a lot.
It was super nice to see both of them. I hadn't seen them in so long, and I knew that they were running. I just didn't know which meets I would be at. They were at, and I talked to them both for a while. Just how their seasons were going, how school was going. How's their life going, and it was just super nice to see them and talk to them, and just watch them race too. Like see how much they've improved from high school, and I think we've all improved considerably. Um, but yeah, it was super nice to see them. I don't think I've seen them since. I might have seen Carson um, once maybe before since high school, but I haven't seen Asia since high school.
Yeah, we got to once we get out of this new norm, the situation we're in, we got to definitely do something. I would love to do something with the track and field alum. Maybe get up and do a barbecue or something.
Yeah, for sure. I tried to make it to the ceremony for the track, but I was stuck in Wilmington.
Hmm.
I forgot. I think I had my internship or something to do here, but I wanted to make it to that. But it was just bad timing for me. But I heard
I
that went well. The track looks super nice. I drove through the school and I was like, everything here is like we didn't have any of this, but we had the gym and we had the upper school building, but the lower school building, and the track, and the there's tennis, volleyball courts or tennis courts now too. Like
volleyball. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is like a brand new school, and the track is just super nice. Like, I was like, I'm jealous. Wish we had a track whenever we were running. We had to go to Hopewell and do workouts.
Yeah. But y'all
But
set the foundation. Yeah, y'all let because we was always going to states. Like, a lot of people don't realize like we was the first team, and I know track works different from the typical sports, but we was the first team to go to states, and I think we went every year that we competed, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that's awesome. Had a lot of talented athletes.
Well, you guys, again, it's all on y'all hard work. I was just lucky enough to be able to get a front row view on it.
So
Now,
it's for the coaches too. If we didn't have the coaches, we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't know what to do if it wasn't for you guys. All the event coaches, sprint coach, distance coach, jumps coach. Yeah.
definitely appreciate that. But before we go, any last advice for anyone out there?
Just honestly, just put your mind to it. Don't be negative. You got to be positive if you want to just achieve your goals. Can't be a negative Nancy. You just got to be positive about everything. You have a bad day, just put it in the back of your head and get out the next day and just grind. Just try it again. It's a process. You have ups and downs, and eventually it'll pay off your hard work. Whatever sport you're playing, whether it's soccer, football, baseball, basketball, track, whatever it is, just get out there and practice and practice and practice. Then it'll all pay off when the day comes. But yeah.
For sure. Any last shout outs?
Just shout out to, let's see, Mr. Stager. I ain't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, I literally left Matt an hour ago. We met. Yeah, Matt's still the same. Matt doing good.
Yeah, and then Miss Stallings. I've been meaning to come by and say hey to everyone, but I just have not had any time. I've been so busy. Hope Miss Stallings is doing well. Honestly, she helped me so much with my, English. I had to write so many papers in college, and thanks to her classes, I've done so well. And also Miss Nimick too. I don't know if she's still at the school or not, but
Yes, she is.
yeah, I miss her too. She was a great teacher for history. Her class was always fun, just fun to hang out in and just fun to learn. Yeah, just all the teachers I had, I'm so grateful for what they taught me, as I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for them. And same for the coaches too, But yeah, I'm thankful for all of them.
Good stuff. I'll tag them on Facebook when I post it. I'll tag them, let them know you shouted them out. So
Awesome, I appreciate it. Thanks
all
for
right.
having me on your show, though. This is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on. Carter, if you ever need anything, stay in contact with Coach. Text me, whatever you need. This is bigger than track and field. It's bigger than just a moment. This is family. It's Raptor family. And that's what we pride ourselves on. And this is a family. So we tied in together, right?
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you.
All
Signing off.
right. All
Salute.
right. Take care.
All right,
Take
you
care.
take care too.